and welcome to Living on the Spectrum 17. Today we are at Warwick Castle and we are walking around currently in Warwick Castle's grounds, and we're going to explore the castle, go inside the castle, explore the grounds, see what there is to see some shows, and take you around, look at some food, and I'll see you around the castle. Bye! are now watching the Birds of Prey show, and it's about to start in 3 minutes time, and we're about to see all the birds fly and all that. See you when we watch the show.
To Warwick Castle for our first bird of prey demonstration of the day. My name's Ben, and alongside David, who's running around behind the scenes for me, we are two of the falconers here at the castle. And over the next 20 minutes or so, we're hopefully going to introduce you to some of our feathery friends. And the first one should be coming out from roughly that direction. Any moment now. The first bird we're going to try for you, I'm not actually going to tell you what she is. As I'm guessing that most of you will probably be able to work out what she is. Not because she's a native species, but it doesn't occur naturally in the UK, but actually unusually down to some books and some really rather wonderful films, in my opinion. And I'll see if we can get over here this morning. Have a look at her. There you go. Anybody want to hazard a guess? There's a good reason for it for the snowy owls too. And that is that actually during the breeding season, the females do pretty much 100% of the incubation. And they dig like a little cup called a scrape in the snow, and I'm actually laying their eggs all around. Obviously, in snowy areas, in cold areas of the world, you then have to stay sitting on your eggs. So it ended up on the top of Spy Tower, which you can see just behind the trees there. And from there, apparently flying upwards is really easy. Flying. This is not Hedwig. In fact, if I hear any of you even utter the word Hedwig, I'll have you sent to the dungeons. Because this is Miss Moneypenny. And Miss Moneypenny is she's lost me. And is our 1-year-old female snowy owl. And there's a good reason actually as to why I named her Miss Moneypenny. The first reason is everybody wanted me to call her Hedwig. So I didn't, purely out of defiance. And the second reason is because, like all of the birds that we fly here at the castle, she was bred in captivity. And when a bird is bred in captivity, they normally have a small metal band put on their leg with an identification number. And the last 3 digits of her identification number are 007. I thought that was quite cool. So Miss Moneypenny it is. Although I will call her Penny, for you see them here in the UK, as they cover pretty much all of the northern hemisphere, pretty much all the way across the globe. So every now and again, if we're lucky, it's a bit off from Spy Tower. She didn't lose any height at all. She sailed through here at about 150 feet in the air, flew all the way down the river, and we found her about 2 hours later in Stratford. So we've given up on that at the moment, and we're sticking to these kind of B2B flight. And you will also, this bird has come and join us, and with this bird, I tend to have to explain why we're here. For the most part, after these demonstrations, I'll do a bit of a Q&A if you've got it. And to understand what you mean. Why am I prancing around in tights and pointy shoes in front of large audiences? Most people wait until the weekend and do it in the privacy of their own home. But we don't, it's Christmas Day. And that is because the castle has a really kind of important and historical link with birds of prey, and that is falconry. Now, what we're doing for you here isn't falconry. All I'm doing is bringing birds out here to have a bit of a fly around, so you guys get to see them. The falconry would have been, well, when the castle was in its prime, really quite a popular activity. Not only for people to be enjoying working with birds of prey, but something far more important. And it was all about feeding your families. And so falconry is going out into the wild with a bird of prey and getting it to catch things that you can then feed to your family. As humans, we're not that great at catching things, and so we've enlisted the help of Actually, by 1066, falconry became kind of less important for feeding your family and more of a sport, an activity that people did for fun. And when this happened, it was then dictated to whatever you like. And for the most part, they chose the biggest, most impressive birds, such as golden eagles, which I'm sure you're familiar with. And then the largest species of falcon anywhere in the world, called the gerfalcon, a big, powerful, normally bright white bird. And so the kings and emperors were always flying enormous birds. If you were a prince, you were allowed to fly the peregrine falcon, the very famous and very well-known peregrine falcon. Ladies, you were allowed to fly birds too, but you weren't given anything enormous and heavy to have to look around in the field, so instead you were given a merlin, the smallest of our native species, but don't let their size fool you. They are really quite powerful and very persistent, by the way that most of you'd all be peasants. You haven't got tights and pointy shoes. And if you were a peasant, you still would have been allowed to fly a bird, but not one of the flashy ones that the members of the royal family got. You would have been allowed something like a kestrel or a common buzzard. Again, for demonstrations and flying for fun. Fantastic birds, really quite clever and very able flyers. Not very able hunters, however. Buzzards, although they are quite large. Keep going, that was lovely. Although they are quite a large bird, only tiny small mammals, and normally lots of insects too. And kestrels are similar. You normally see them hovering down the sides of motorways and A-roads, again, normally looking for small mammals and insects. So as a falconry bird, is a bird that's meant to be catching things for you to eat. Kestrels and buzzards really weren't that highly prized. In fact, I think if you were given a kestrel or a buzzard as your falconry bird, I think the best thing to do would just be to eat the buzzard. At least you can guarantee you're going to have one good meal out of it. But there are lots of different birds of prey that we bring here and we're able to fly for you. And this is one of them. Not a native species, he's actually from Central and South America. And he's known as a Harris hawk. They're not a native species, although they do look a little bit similar to our Eurasian buzzard. And in terms of demonstrations, such as this, but also falconry, Harris hawks, when they first brought into the UK, took the falconry world by storm. So as we fly Charlie back to his aviary, you can give him a round of applause if you like. I'll quickly jump in the tree. And so the final bird we're going to fly for you, you've done some wonderful flying, although I can't work out who's more tired, you or you. Has anybody been hit on left yet? To hunt with, because they're fantastic in so many different ways. Not only are they really agile, and I'm sure lots of you have seen how agile they are as you've been in your heads, but they're also a sociable bird too, incredibly intelligent and really easily understand what it's like to work with another animal. And this is because out in the wild, they're actually a sociable hawk. They kind of break the rules of being the bird of prey. Most of them, they want to spend time on their own, or in this bird I'm going to fly for you on this demonstration is one of the smallest. Making his way out over your heads now is Little Will. And again, I'm purposely not going to tell you what Will is, mainly because I'm hoping lots of you will have worked it out. Because unlike the snowy owl, Will is one of our native species. And so I'll give him a moment or two to have a fly around and see if he can work out what he is. But being a native species is one of the reasons I really enjoy bringing him out here. And as to why I bring him out here last, is actually because he's a baby. And at the grand old age of 8 months old. That was quite nice. We'll do that again. I'll say 8 months and you are, because that was nice. At 8 months. See, it's nice when we all come together. He's actually, well, not very good at his job. Let's put it that way. I mean, he's only physically been able to fly since he was about 4 months old. So he really hasn't been doing this job for very long. So what I probably should say before we get too in depth is if at any point it looks like he's flying towards you and you think he's going to crash into you, he is. So duck. He really is only just finding his wings, so yeah, keep your wits about you. And so we bring him out here last, not only because again, he's a beautiful British bird, many times you'll do a demonstration and instead a sea eagle will fly towards somebody and people naturally thrust their children into the way to protect themselves. It is brilliant. I find it really quite funny. And the reason is because he's very much still in training. He's still learning his job, and what that means is that he doesn't always do it very well. Sometimes he comes out here and actually getting him to do what I want him to do, which is this lovely flying around, can take 5 minutes. Sometimes end the demonstration. If you've been here in the summer, you will have potentially have seen the much larger bird of prey demonstration that we do here. Through the winter, in about 20-25 minutes, we'll fly 3 birds for you. In summer, well, between April and November, we also do about a 25-minute show, but instead we fly up to 70 birds. Really come into his own, and he's really mastered what it is I'm doing. That was not what I wanted at all. Sometimes he does it beautifully. He heads off and does these beautiful kind of long sweeping flights all over the place, and sometimes it's like flying a feathery boom. Can't get rid of him at all. Let me go do some flying. Anyway, keep going, go somewhere and do something interesting. It's like flying a jar. Go away. I'm going to become exhausted. Right. And the reason we're trying to teach him to these long kind of sweeping flights, not only is it beautiful to watch, but it's very much how these guys fly out in the wild. Most species of owls in particular are really, really lazy, and they much prefer to choose what we call still hunting, which is basically sitting in a tree and waiting for an animal to conveniently wander past, so that you can drop on it, catch it, kill it, eat it, and then return to your tree to continue doing nothing. Those barn owls don't. Out in the wild, they fly pretty much like the grassy fields you can see just over the River Avon. They go out floating back and forth like Will's doing now, looking and listening for small mammals. As a self-explanatory. Listening as well. Because although these guys do have fantastic eyesight, their hearing is even more spectacular. As they're floating around normally over long grassy meadows, they're listening for the small mammals underneath. And scientists reckon their hearing is so fantastic that they can hear not only the kind of scurries of mice running around in the long grass. Where is he going?
We have now finished the Birds of Prey show, and it was an amazing experience seeing a snowy owl, a little owl, and all different types of birds. And they were saying on the audio that they do bigger ones in the summer as well, so loads of different types of birds. And yeah, it was an amazing show. We are have a bit of relaxation. We're now back in the car after a wonderful day in Warwick Castle. It was an amazing experience touring, looking around Warwick Castle, walking around all the like roofs and up some steep, very steep stairs, and also exploring around some of the museums, seeing a falcon birds of prey show, having a lovely lunch in the town centre of Warwick, going through a whole history maze. Yeah, it's been a really lovely day. My favourite part was just seeing all like the museums and seeing all like the theming and the castle and the history of it. It's amazing. You should definitely check it out, warwickcastle.co.uk. And also remember to like and subscribe. I really like people supporting my channel, and also life is a roller coaster, so buckle up and enjoy the ride. I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye.